Good evening, and welcome to the November 21st, 2023 Board of Education meeting. First, I'd like to ask the community to remember Patricia Corder, who's a longtime resident of Corder Lane in West Milford, who passed away this past weekend. And also the sad news of Jessica, likewise, a 2004 graduate, who has also recently passed away. Jessica was a published author, a former band and choir member of West Milford, a board-certified behavior analyst, and was an advocate for the autism community. Please remember their family and friends during our moment of silence right now. Thank you. Please stand for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, a public notice of this meeting has been sent to all board members, all district schools, the Herald News, the Suburban Trends, the Record, the Messenger, West Milford Town Hall, the County Superintendent's Office, the Board Attorney, Cable Division of Warwick, and West Milford TV 77, and posted in the Administration Building. Copies of the board meeting calendar resolution were provided to all local media, Town Hall, Township Library, and all district schools. Roll call, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. O'Connor?
Here.
Mr. Seidowitz? Mr. Lippy?
Here.
Mrs. Dwyer? Mr. Carino?
Here.
Mrs. O'Brien? Mrs. Lockwood?
Here.
Mrs. Van Dyke? Mrs. Romeo?
Here. Mrs. Lockwood, executive session resolution, please.
I make a motion to approve the following resolution, that the board immediately go into executive session for approximately 30 minutes for the purpose of conducting a grievance hearing and student matters. The executive session minutes will not be released until such time as the privilege of confidentiality is no longer applicable.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Welcome back. Roll call, Mr. Schultz.
Mrs. O'Connor?
Here.
Mr. Lippy?
Here.
Mr. Carino? Here. Mrs. O'Brien? Mrs. Lockwood?
Here.
Mrs. Romeo?
Here. Next, we're going to have our interim superintendent's report. Dr. Milford.
Good evening, everyone. We have a couple of items on our agenda this evening for the superintendent's report. The first of them is the report of the harassment, intimidation, and bullying ITP report. And ITP stands for Investigations, Trainings, and Programs. For the purpose of HIV ITP data collection, which is what this report will show us, the term training is defined as instruction and/or practice activities specifically designed to make someone prepared to implement a program or strategy, fulfill a responsibility, or implement a skill proficiently. Training may be provided to all or some select staff to support implementation of a program or curriculum. Training is not considered a program for the purpose of the report. So our training sessions that go on in district are directed toward our staff to help them navigate that HIV process more cleanly and with more efficiency and effectiveness. As far as programs are concerned, for the purpose of this report, the data collection, the term program is defined as an event or a planned system of organized activities or procedures under which action may be taken toward a goal. Those kinds of programs can be for students, they can be for staff, they can be for parents and community members around the topic of harassment, intimidation, and bullying. So the data that I'm going to read to you this evening has to do with those three categories of investigation, training, and programming. So we have categories that we are supposed to be reporting to the State Department of Education within a certain time frame. This report happens twice a year. So the report that I'm going to give you this evening spans the time frame from last school year, January 1st of 2023 through June 30th of 2023. The data is by school and also there's district aggregate data. So last year, from January through June, Apshaw Elementary School had 3 confirmed HIVs, and those were the only HIVs that occurred at Apshaw School during that particular time frame, the second half of the school year. Mackin Middle School, there were 8 confirmed HIVs, 2 were non-HIV, for a total of 10 reports in that same time frame. When it came to Maple Road Elementary School, there was only 1 report, and that was a non-HIV incident. Marshall Hill had 1 confirmed HIV during the same time frame. Paradise Knoll had 1 HIV during the same time frame, which was, and may I say Marshall Hill and Paradise Knoll, those single instances were confirmed. The UGL Elementary School had 1 non-HIV situation. West Milford High School had 0 during the time frame from January through June of 2023. And at the time, Westbrook Elementary School was still functioning as an elementary school. There were 0 confirmed and not confirmed, so 0 there. Total, there were 13 incidents that were confirmed HIV, 4 that were non-confirmed, that were unsubstantiated or not confirmed. So there was a total of incidents, both confirmed and not confirmed, at 17 for the district in total. As far as trainings and programs were concerned, so across the district, there were 26 trainings that occurred, and don't forget, trainings could be for a number of different categories: parents, students, staff. There were 26 separate training sessions that occurred during that time frame from January through June. There were 66 programs reported January through June, district-wide. There was a district-wide training, was 1 that was conducted, and there were 2 district-wide programs. And when we talk about district-wide, those are things that happen at one central location that anybody can come to participate. So that is the data that was submitted to the State Department for that time frame, and this report will be done again mid-year this year, for the beginning of the year. So you'll hear from me again on this report. Thank you. Next on the superintendent's report, board members, you have among the papers that are in front of you, you'll find 2 packets. One of them has information on our district's strategic plan, action plan for year 1, which was the 22-23 school year. And you will find a second one that is, has green rows on it, and that is for the current school year. So the district administrators who are here at the table with me this evening and I have been working to organize and categorize the things that we've done already in the strategic plan in year 1 of your strategic plan, which was last year. Because don't forget, your strategic planning process happened in 21-22, and that's where your goals and objectives were developed. And then last year, the district worked to kind of organize those into categories and map it out a little bit. What I did was, in order to give the board and the community a better idea of where we are, I created a template, the one you have in front of you. It's one that I've used before, and I kind of tailored it to this district to include some information that people, have asked for over time about different things that we've been doing. So it brings together the, you'll see the goal categories at the top of each area, then the goal statement, And then below that are several goals or objectives. Now, all of that came out of your strategic planning process from 21-22, that much of it. Then last year, the district started to develop some activities. The administrators in different categories worked together to come up with things that would get at the beginnings of looking at these objectives and trying to accomplish them. So what we are doing here then is I separated those out so that you can identify every single activity by an activity number. And there are several columns that come next. So explore, plan, create, implement, monitor, analyze, and evaluate. So the idea is that each of these activities, as you go through the 5 years of your strategic plan, will either end at a certain time period because you've accomplished whatever it was you intended to accomplish, or it's going to go through several phases before you can see that that task is going to come to fruition. So in year one, for example, if we have some things that are at the implementation stage, year two, they may stay at the implementation stage. Or they may say that, following, maybe in year three, it's going to be monitored, and maybe in year four, you're going to evaluate your progress. So the idea is for us to set this up so that we can go and move forward in a logical manner. About the middle of the document, you're going to see lead on task. That means the individual or set of individuals that are responsible for guiding the district through that particular task or activity. Typically, it will be an administrator or a group of administrators, because the administration are the ones that are charged with working with staff and or students and or families and the board to move some of these things along. The next column talks about human and fiscal resources. So what are the kinds of things that we need in order to accomplish whatever it is that we've said that we want to accomplish? How are we going to tell that we've accomplished it? So that's what the second to last column, how are we going to determine success? That we've accomplished this, right? And then the final column is the current status. So for year one, most of these either say things like that the first stage was accomplished, or that the task is complete, or that it's ongoing. And in some cases, the district decided to not move forward on a particular task that was in this document initially and defer it to the next year. So you're going to see some of that. You've had this, I sent it out to the board on Friday. There were a couple of tweaks that the administrative cabinet and I made some changes to as recently as today, but nothing really substantial, just to clean up things. But if you move to your second document, you're going to see that the majority of, before I do that, one thing that I want to make sure I say is that when you went through strategic planning, your whole process for the restructuring of the district, transportation, the academy and prep being at Westbrook building, none of that was captured here because it wasn't really something that in 2020 or 21-22 that the district was thinking about, right? So we made sure that in year one, because you did so much work around those topics, that we added that in. And we also added a fifth goal that was not in the strategic planning process originally, which was around fiscal aspects, because we didn't want to lose the work that you've done around S2 and the fact that you're working with a depleting budget. So that's in year one, and we carried it over to year two in many cases. Some of the things that we added in year one were accomplished in year one, so they didn't need to carry over, while other things did. So what we're going to do now is just to give you a sense of some of the highlights that are in this current year. Things that are in green, either that X moved from one column to another, so maybe it went from explore to a create, or explore to a plan. Maybe you implemented something that you were looking at last year. And I want to make it clear that there are comments of one sort or another in the current status column. That's going to change each time we come back to you with an update on this plan. And the the idea is for us to come back mid-year and then again in June. If the board would like a fourth one, we can squeeze a fourth one in, but I think you're going to be really busy in April. So we may not want to do this in April. So what I've asked the folks that are on the cabinet and who are present here this evening is just to touch base on a couple of highlights. We're not going to read the whole plan to you because you've got it, you can read through it, but there are a couple of things that we'd like to just bring out so that the community also knows what we're talking about. The other thing about this document is that we will post it to the district website so that everybody can see what we accomplished last year and what we are looking at and what we're working on moving forward. So we'll make sure that that's posted probably right after Thanksgiving. Okay. So I'm going to ask Mr. Novak to take a minute to just look at a couple of the highlights in goal number 1, which is learning and academics.
There's a switch on the back.
Thank you. Should have learning how to use the device on the teaching plan. I just want to comment on the process. So I want to, I know I speak for many of us that this was an interesting process to engage in. It was sort of like a strategic plan audit with Lydia not being here for the beginning stages to work with us to talk about, these are your goals. What are those things that you've been doing along the way to meet those goals? So it was a very validating process in terms of being able to organize the things that we've been working on in such a way that matches with our strategic plan. So I know that it gave us a nice, clear focus. So I'm just going to highlight a few of the things that we've been talking about. Number 1, increased staff capacity for the use of instructional practices, needs of all learners, meaningful professional development. I talk an awful lot about Conquer Math. It was, like I said, the word validating I'll probably use a lot to see how it is reflected in the goals that we set 2 years ago, and that we've been able to get to the point where we are. We began with a few small cohorts in elementary school, in our elementary grades, where we really have been working to change the process for math instruction across the district. It's a K-12 goal. Conquer Math is that process for our teachers going out and, sitting with staff members from other districts talking about standards of best practice instruction. That's got a strong flavor of a lot of our, especially our math goals. There are teachers in our district that Conquer Math, or math teachers in our district that Conquer Math doesn't apply to. If you're a staff member who's teaching heavily in statistics, AP Calculus, those types of courses, those are not offerings that we are involved in at Conquer Math. Conquer Math is really, the standards-based component of Conquer Math is really goes up to, algebra and geometry. So we are in the process of, and you'll see in some of our training and travel throughout the year and into next year, the members of our math department being involved with NCTM, which is the National Council for Teacher Mathematics, AMTNJ, which is the Association of Math Teachers of New Jersey. So we are expanding beyond Conquer Math in terms of our access to good professional development for mathematics. I have to mention our STEM supervisor. It's a very exciting development who we approved earlier this year, who's going to be beginning with us on December 18th. And really come in and have a set of goals like the strategic plan to take our 6 through 12 departments to the next level. One other area I'd like to point out is in the instructional professional development. It's in the explore stage. We are working with our K-5 District Literacy Committee to select a new ELA program for K-5. So we are in that process, similar to what we did with Eureka Math Squared, where we're looking at and working with vendors to take a look at all the materials that are available to us, standard scientific brain-based current research, all those types of fundamentals. We have a day on December 14th. I called it a merry day. Actually, I didn't call it. I'll give credit to Christy Smoleski, who titled it a merry day of ELA. So it's December 14th, where we're doing a full day of vendors, where we're going to see presentations from ELA series called Success for All, another series called Magnify, which is the parent company of Magnify, is also Curriculum Associates, who provides iReady. And then the third program is called Amplify. So we're going to get our literacy committee together on the 14th. We're going to look at all these different offerings that we have some good professional conversations. We're also going to be reviewing professional development opportunities, similar to what we have. It's called Success for All.
Sorry, thank you.
So like I said, and you know, just take a look at something that's in the explore stage. Also in implement, analyze diagnostic formative assessment data. So we talk a lot about iReady and Lincoln and the results that our students receive on the assessments, and work that we do from one diagnostic to another. So right now we're in the process of ironing out how we're going to implement iReady in our classroom. So it's very different in a K-5 setting than it is in the middle school. So we are working towards fitting in those the recommended minutes that would support the research that says we're going to see results from these iReady diagnostics for ELA and math. Another interesting goal, which relates directly to our last board meeting, where we had a presentation on district testing, was the goal, increase standardized assessment scores of the NJSLA. So that's kind of, that's that big ambitious goal that we are putting a lot of effort and discussion into. So I talked to the education committee last week in regard to some of the things that we're doing. When we presented scores last month, we talked about the process of increasing a academic culture, not just preparing for the test. So we're trying to really change the mindset for staff, students, community when it comes to taking the NJSLA. I guess that's highlights for academics.
Okay. One other thing I just wanted to point out is at the high school level, we have reconvened and are working with the Academic Success Committee, and I've had the opportunity to meet with them, and Mr. Novak and I met with Mr. Stryans, and so we really want to make sure that committee's work is ongoing and that it is focused on all of the things that will help our students truly get the education that they deserve, and to also make sure that we understand what those rankings have to do with. So we are planning to do a report later in the year on all of that. Okay, our second goal area is hometown pride. So there are some things with hometown pride. The very first thing, if you look under hometown pride on page 4, you're going to see that this is goal 2.1.A, district branding. There are several things that are happening in our schools, and one of them that you'll be seeing shortly, and I want to just put a plug in for the community, is that on November 30th, we are going to release our first ever Highlander Press district newsletter. And yay. And all of the schools and the departments have sent me articles and photos, and I'm in the process of creating the document itself, and it'll be digitally blasted out to everybody. So we're really looking forward to seeing, what people think. And, we want to make sure that the document is going to be published quarterly. So for the end of the school year, you will have 4 issues that are submitted.
Thank you for doing that. I think I've been asking for like 6 years for that, so appreciate that.
Oh, sure. It's an interesting phenomenon because sometimes people go, I don't know what to write. So many things are happening everywhere in this district, and I've really gotten some great things back. So I think you're going to be happy. We also don't want to lose the fact that in goal 2.A is technology, and we don't want to lose the fact that we are still working on improving our use of social media and our upgrades and updates to the website. So that work is all ongoing as well. So you'll be hearing more about that. I'm going to ask Mr. Schultz to talk a little bit about facilities and operations.
So the goal under facilities and operations was to maintain and update district facilities, fostering a safe and secure learning environment in and out of the classroom. And some of the objectives were to provide a multi-level use turf field for school and community use that came up as part of the strategic planning back in 21-22. Upgrade and maintain district learning opportunities, district technology opportunities, provide modern, safe, and secure aesthetically pleasing facilities, and to continue to investigate the modernization of facilities for the future. So to start backwards first, on the agenda tonight for the investigating modernization of buildings for the future, we have the Hillcrest property, the feasibility study with E&B. We worked hard with the township on that. We have a proposal from E&B to do a feasibility study to see what we can do with that property, hopefully move it forward for a recreation department. Had plenty of meetings with the township and the mayor and council, and it's been a really productive process. So we're working through that. So that's the first step in that process. The turf field portion of it that was identified in the strategic plan, it's still in the evaluation stage. We haven't really done much digging in on that yet, but that's something we look forward to in the future. And technology upgrades, that's an ever-evolving implementation. It says implement on the form, but we're still working through it. To maintain and monitor the District 101 Chromebook program, that's probably the most important. This way the kids all have the Chromebooks and computers that they need to take the test and to do all the work that they need, and that's ever evolving with the Chromebook, the recycling and replacement schedule. And also for the staff, we maintain and monitor the district instructional staff laptop program. So whenever a new staff member comes in, they get their new laptop, and it's a constant evolution of that. And recently, Mr. Winston and Dr. Fernari have started working on the 3 to 5 year district technology plan. That's still in the creation phase, but they're starting to lay out what we need for the future when it comes to technology needs in the district. Under the HVAC upgrades, this past summer we installed air conditioners and improved ventilation in large common areas at Marshallville School, Maple Road, and Mackin School. We used our ESSER funding for that, and it was a really successful project, and they finished that up right at the beginning of the school year, so we look forward to our summer programs next year having air conditioning. Other facility upgrades. Every year, Mr. Kelly, our supervisor of buildings and grounds, he removes or abates some of the asbestos floor tiles. So he has a cycle going on every year. He's doing a few different tiles at different locations throughout the district. I think this past year we did it at Mackin in the cafeteria as part of the whole renovation that they did there. And as always, we're evaluating the school security needs of the district. We would love to eventually get security vestibules at all the schools, so we're working through the process of that for the remaining elementary schools that haven't been addressed yet. I believe that's it for the facilities aspect for now.
Andreas, if you want to, could you speak a little bit about our goal under well-being, please?
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Fernari. Good evening, everyone. For our goal 4, we spent time discussing what we're doing and progressing in the area of well-being for the district. That goal is to create a positive, inclusive, and connected school environment that promotes lifelong health and well-being. The objectives under that goal is to increase opportunities for extracurricular activities, K-12, that address student needs and interests. Number 2, foster individuality to create a culture of acceptance in all schools. Number 3, promote mental and physical wellness for students and staff. And number 4, strengthen peer-to-peer relationships and the school-home connection in order to build a more supportive school environment. So working from the top down on this, we spent some time discussing what co-curricular activities that our students are participating in. We have a very rich program offering for students and clubs at the elementary, middle, and Macapin and high school level. We're continuing to develop our middle school intramural athletics program. In the area of mental and physical wellness, we're continuing to build opportunities for students, for staff to develop their social and emotional wellness through various activities and professional development and team building throughout district and in service opportunities that we have. Supporting professional development opportunities for staff. We are very big on lifelong learning in West Milford, and every time we have the opportunity to provide opportunities for our staff to go out and enrich themselves and develop and grow in their field. We look forward to those opportunities as a district administrative team to provide those for our staff, whether it's through webinars or workshops or other opportunities for them to learn and take things from those experiences and bring them back to our district and share with our colleagues. There again, at the bottom is a supported school environment where we're really working with our school social workers and our principals on building programs and practices that support students that are dealing with a variety of social emotional needs, whether it's integrating SEL lessons in the classroom or providing assemblies and other opportunities for students to learn about how to work together, how to solve problems, and how to be good citizens. We're also looking to create opportunities for therapy animals in our schools. One example recently that we're very proud of is at our Highlander Academy. We had one of our counselors bring in their certified therapy dog, which was a hit. There may be some pictures in the newsletter. Just a little tip: if you want to take a look at that newsletter, you'll get to see Ginger, the therapy dog. So she was a hit at our Highlander Academy this past week.
Good plug.
Yeah, good little plug in, right? And then lastly, certainly looking at after-school mental and physical wellness opportunities for students and staff. And actually in our recent CPAG meeting, another little plug, we were fortunate to have one of our speech therapists, Ms. Janet Scales, come and present on mindfulness. And it was a really wonderful opportunity to learn about how we're helping our students learn how to be present, as all of us as adults can do that as well, and do breathing exercises and other things to help our students when they're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. There's just a few examples about our goal area well-being.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So goal area 5 is the one that we added. So this is a goal around financial stability. And this particular goal has components that are ongoing, but it also has some things in it that I think are unique to our district and other districts that are in the process of trying to do more with less.
Sure. So goal number 5 is to achieve financial stability in the light of state aid cuts under S2. As everyone knows, we've had massive state aid cuts for the last 7 or 8 years, and hopefully this will be the end of it this year, but we'll see how that goes. So one of the way to manage district finances is to limit spending in the current budget year. We're very cautious of the purchase orders that get processed, and we keep an eye on everything. And obviously, we analyze the enrollment and the staffing with an eye on efficiency. And so we're spending our funds in the correct areas where the funds need to be spent. We apply past 2 years, we've applied for the stabilization aid. Last year, we applied for it. We received roughly $1.3 million. That was a great help to the district. We submitted the application again back in September. We haven't heard if we received it as of now. Last year, it was a little bit before Christmas time we found out, so hopefully soon we'll get some feedback as to whether we're successful again in applying for that, because that would be a great help moving forward in the upcoming budget cycle. As always, working with Mr. Novak on managing the ESSER grants, the ESSER funds, which this is the last year for the American Rescue Plan, ESSER 3. So that'll be something to manage moving forward without those funds available to us. and also managing the entitlement grants with Mr. Novak for the SEA and also with Dr. Essa for the IDEA funds that we received. Something we did last year to help out the district was some of the completed capital projects. We moved the funding back to their original funding sources. So that we had a motion, I believe, last June where we moved about a little over 200,000 back to capital reserve. So that gave a great help moving forward with the district. And also, as we do this every day pretty much, we conduct the needs assessment to identify efficiencies and reduce redundancies to make sure we're using our money efficiently and as best as we can with the limited amount of dollars that we have these days.
Thank you. So, as you see, there are many things that have come to this board table that are included. There will be updates, as I said, at least 2 more times before the end of the year on this, and we'll be posting information. This document will be posted to the district website. I want to make sure that everyone knows that that year 2 document is the living, breathing part of this process, right? So year 1 is not that the door is closed, but we've kind of captured everything that we needed to capture in the year 1 work pages. And we're now kind of living in this year 2, and we may be adding some things as time goes on, or finishing things up before the end of the year. So keep an eye on that status column in each of these rows. And that actually, I believe, ends my report.
Do we have any questions or comments? This is a big document. Does anyone have anything?
I just want to thank you for putting this together. This is very helpful, and I think it's going to help us moving forward to see, what goals we're meeting, what goals we need to maybe improve, work on a little bit more. Thank you.
My comment is ditto to Claire, that in my years so far as a board trustee, this is by far the most helpful document that I've ever seen. And I can tell that the cabinet and it has put a lot of time and effort into this. And I'm excited to move forward through the strategic plan. I'm very thankful for this. Next up is the Director of Education's report, Mr. Novak.
I'm just going to briefly comment on tonight is the last night for parent-teacher conferences. We're wrapping up evening conferences at the high school as we speak. I'm just going to remind everyone the structure that we currently have at the elementary level. We plan for and schedule in-person conferences for each student in every class. At the middle school and high school, we have a different approach where we plan for virtual conferences for that process. That was a structure that we began a few years ago. We maintained it with the thought process that we were getting greater participation and that we were getting more families to participate in the middle school and high school conferences. So we are at a point where we want to revisit that and we want to review. So we are going to be sending surveys by level to the community just to see how things are going, what the community's thoughts and feelings are in terms of the status of the middle school and high school virtual conferences. We hear positive things. We just want to make sure that we're doing what's right and what's in the best interest of the community. So we will be sending a survey out to the community.
Is there opportunity to do that for elementary also?
With the survey?
The virtual. Do they do that in elementary?
No, there is an option. So there's the option for both at both levels. It's just the posture at the elementary school begins with in-person, virtual if requested. And at the middle school and high school, it starts virtual. If they want to have an in-person conference, they can request that as well. So like I said, it's a number of years with that process. We want to review and make sure that next year we're still, doing what's best for the community. That's my update for the conferences.
Thank you, Mr. Novak. We have special reports and correspondence. Can I have someone, or I guess Mr. Schultz?
I have the minutes, the workshop regular meeting minutes of the October 17th, 2023 meeting, and also the executive session meetings minutes for the October 17th, 2023 meeting.
Can I have a motion? Nope, I need a motion first.
I move to approve the minutes from October 17th, workshop regular meeting, and October 17th executive session.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? And now my president's report. First, I'd like to say congratulations to all the winners that were on the ballot, to our mayor, the councilman, and our new Board of Ed members. We look forward to working with all of you, and excited to get to work together. So thank you. I attended, first I'll say parent-teacher conferences. That was the most recent, amazing. My own child couldn't have said it better when he came home on the first day of school this year and said, my teachers are amazing. And just throughout, being a parent, going to parent-teacher conferences, they are always professional, just really give great quality feedback. So I hope that everyone else has the same experience as I do. And, it's just a really important process to be a part of your child's education and team together with your teacher. I attended the fall drama at the high school, Radiant Girls. Fabulous production. And I had read the book, so I was really excited. It was wonderful. I also attended the tattoo, and our high school band, as we all know, this was our 23rd tattoo. And just breathtaking. Our band is breathtaking, but to see them work together with Clifton High School and their marching, just really, really, what a great night. If you've never gone to a Highlander tattoo, get it on your calendar for next year, because it is such good entertainment, so much fun. And the other thing, the last thing that I went to was the Sussex County Honors Concert for our McApin students. Our students auditioned to be part of both the band and the choir. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students auditioned to be part of the Sussex County Honors Band and Choir. The concert was a full auditorium, packed at Vernon Township High School, and again, breathtaking performances, really amazing musical pieces. And those were the events that I've had the opportunity to go and see recently. And there's so much going on all the time, so I encourage you to just head on out and see some of the things that our students are doing, because it's really a great time of year. Next, that concludes my president's report. Next, we have public comment. All speakers will have 5 minutes to speak until a period of 30 minutes transpires. Before speaking, please state your name, group affiliation, and address for the record. Members of the public who've requested to speak prior to the meeting will be recognized by the chair first. After speaking, all speakers are asked to sign the register provided and give their full name, group affiliation, and their address. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are expected to have read the statement within the agenda regarding the regulations concerning public comments. Members of the public are reminded that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Mr. Schultz, do we have anyone sign up tonight?
No, we don't.
Thank you. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to speak? Okay.
I move to close public comment.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Dr. Fernari, do we have any changes on the agenda?
So board members, in the documents that were left for you on the table, there are 2 hand-carried documents. One of them falls under education and the other falls under personnel. So those are the only changes.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda with 2 inquiries?
I move to adopt the agenda, including the 2 hand carries as presented.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, Mrs. Lockwood, education.
I make a motion to approve agenda items 1 through 9, which includes hand carry 1.
Not eight.
Right?
So,
No,
Through that, okay, Karen.
1 through 9, which includes hand carry 1, which includes, yeah.
but not
Oh,
eight.
but not 8. Okay.
So say 1 through 7,
Yeah, 1 through 7.
Oh, I'm
and
sorry.
9.
Is that new that they're on there?
That's okay.
Yeah, usually they're separate.
Yeah,
so I
sorry about that.
So I'll do that again.
Okay.
I make a motion to approve agenda items 1 through 7 and 9 under education.
Second.
Thank you. Do we have any questions or comments on 1 through 7 and 9 under education? No?
So we're tabling 8 until after executive session.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have to, it's the HIP report.
So we have to talk
This is the
about,
approval of the HIPs that you reviewed last month. So these are already,
those are already done.
yes, we're hearing more HIPs.
And that's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that's why I thought I'd done
Remember, we talked about that one, H1, H2.
it. Yeah, last
So
one.
let's write it different.
So shall I do it again?
I'm sorry.
This
That's,
says October.
thank you.
So I make a motion
Add number 8.
to add number 8 back into education.
Second.
I apologize. It's the first time we've done
Yeah, it
it
is.
this way, but
I should have.
I was confused because it said October 17th, so.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so good thing we're a good working team. Thank you. All right,
2
so
days before Thanksgiving. Just-
any questions or comments under education on 1 through 9? Seeing as none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Lockwood,
Yes.
Mr. Grader,
Yes.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Rapano,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo.
Yes. Mr. Lippy, would you please move personnel and student affairs tonight? Sorry, I didn't prepare you. It's okay. You got this. It's 1 through 40.
1 through 40. There you go. You should just speak out loud. Make a motion to move personal student affairs, 1 through 40, including hand carry number 2.
Needs-
Second?
Good job, thank you.
Here for it.
Any questions or comments on 1 through 40 under personnel?
I'd just like to congratulate Mr. Kelly on his retirement.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, seeing as none, we'll go to roll call. Thank you.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Rapano,
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood,
Yes.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo.
Yes. Mr. Greeno, operations and finance.
I'd like to make a motion to approve agenda items 1 through 10 under operations and finance.
Second?
Questions and comments on 1 through 10? Roll call, please.
Mr. Guarino,
Yes.
Mrs. Rapano,
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood,
Yes.
Mr. Lippy,
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo.
Abstain on 8, yes to everything else.
I'd like to make a motion to approve item number 11 on the agenda under operations and finance.
Second.
Roll call, any questions or comments? Roll call.
Mr. Guarino?
Abstain?
Mrs. O'Connor?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo?
Abstain.
I'd like to make a motion to approve items 12 through 15 on the agenda under operations and finance.
Second.
Any questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Connor?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo?
Yes. Mrs. O'Connor, can you please move policy?
I would like to move items number 1 through 14 under policy.
Second.
Seeing as no questions or comments, let's go to roll call.
Mr. Lippy?
Yes.
Mr. Guarino?
Yes to all and abstain from number 4.
Mrs. O'Connor?
Yes.
Mrs. Lockwood?
Yes.
Mrs. Romeo?
Yes. Committee reports. Do we have anything for Parks and Rec?
Yes, we had a meeting last week. 2 things that pertain to our children in the district. They will have the opportunity to call Santa on December 5th from 6 to 8. The telephone number is 973-728-2862. That is Santa's hotline from 6 to 8.
What's that number again?
973-728-2862.
I see some people writing it down.
And they are also having a Letters to Santa workshop where you can go on Tuesday, December 12th from 6 to 7:30. Kids ages 4 to 12 can write letters to Santa with their friends, and they'll have holiday music and paper and letter writing supplies and cookies and hot chocolate. So that was really all from Parks and Rec.
I have to give a plug for the West Milford Players. So when you say Santa, that's my favorite line.
Your
Santa.
mic's off.
My mic is working now.
Go back.
Oh, I was just saying the West Milford Players is doing the play Alf, and some of our students in district are in it. I'm very excited to see that play. There will be no safety report tonight. Superintendent's roundtable. Take your time.
I thought I took a screenshot of it. We had,
Our last superintendent's roundtable meeting was in October. Okay. They talked a lot about creating, and this might be something for the newsletter, like a section in the newsletter for successful West Milford alumni. They wanted to possibly have people come and speak to our high school students, maybe talk about like a sort of night where our successful alumni could come and show, you know, how they progressed from leaving West Milford High School. Our special education community brought up that there are some special education students outside of district that would like to attend events at what might be their home school. So we're trying to work that out. So because the PTAs and PTOs don't necessarily know who and if their school has those students. So it's something that we can work together on. And iReady, which is Mr. Novak's new favorite topic, came up. The superintendent's roundtable wanted to know if the student should be working on iReady outside of school, and if so, for how long. And as of right now, the student should be doing 40 to 50 minutes of iReady in their MyPack in class. And in time, they will be bringing it home for homework, but it should be being done in school at this moment. And that is really all. We have a superintendent's roundtable coming up next week.
Is at this moment in October or November?
Well, that was as of those
As of that
minutes.
meeting. Okay.
Yeah, so I know that we've,
I was trying to make sure, sometimes it's,
Yeah.
our meetings have been a month ago, yeah.
we're going to revisit that in the new year,
Great.
trying to make their meeting more current to the board meeting.
Thank you. Passaic County School Boards, Mrs. Lockwood.
So the next meeting is scheduled for Thursday, November 30th. It's on school district safety and security. It's going to actually be at the Patterson Charter School for Science and Technology. It starts at 6:45. They're also going to be offering, which I believe that the board members that won the election should be getting an invite to the NJSBA 3 R's Roles, Responsibilities, and Resources. And they're encouraging any newly elected board members and/or board members, I guess, that are current that would like to get a refresher to that meeting. It starts at 5:30, I believe, and I'm not sure how they're getting the invitations out to the newly elected board members, but it says here that they are.
Okay. Wonderful, thank you. New Jersey School Boards Association, in Mr. Fedor's absence, I've asked Dr. Fenari or Dr. Fenari is going to give a few words on the trainings.
So this past month was the New Jersey School Boards Association's Workshop 2023, and a number of board members and members of the administrative team attended, and there were some really great workshops that we took advantage of. Some of us went to similar workshops, and some of us spread the wealth and tried to attend things that would be pertinent to the district, but we didn't all have to attend the same things. And some of the things that we attended tie right into the strategic planning things that we've been talking about. I know a number of us attended the branding workshop, which was interesting and gave us some ideas. And there were other things that pertained to some of the procedural things that we work on, looking at how we use our time, how we use our funding and allocate it. So it was a really valuable event. And in addition to that, one of the other things that we are looking into the school boards, we're entering into our negotiation session soon, and we've been making inquiries as to whether or not school boards would be available to us to do some evaluation of our current contract documents. So that's one of the services that they provide when they have the staff to do it, and we're hoping that they're going to be able to do some of that with us. Just a brief thing.
Legislative? Mr. Levine, do you have anything tonight? Nothing. Technology?
Yes. How about that? Okay, we had a meeting, it's been a little while since we had our last meeting, but going through the meeting, we found out that the administration is keeping up with their plans, everything's going well. Mr. Winston presented a few things that we have here. One of the things I was very happy to hear about was that the Chromebooks for the 24-25 school year, high school staff, have already been purchased with leftover ESSER 2 funds. We will need more funding, of course, for the MacBin and the lower school books, Chromebooks. ClassLink, which is up and going, it's running for all the K through 5. It appears as though it's working pretty well. I think probably say more on that as we go back. Phone systems are working well with the new phone systems we're up. We had updates this year, including the 911 call management, which when there is a 911 call, there is, it goes to the proper administration that is on site as well as the emergency first responder that needs to go to. The webmaster contract that we had has been concluded and it was not renewed. Okay, so we're happy to save us money there, which is nice. We have a new website platform, which will be used soon. Company, I think it was the early 24 there, we were doing that. And it's going to be done with in-house staff. So there's no additional cost on that, which is always nice to hear with their budget coming up. They're starting the work on the 24-25 technology budget needs. This was 2-3 weeks ago. I'm sure Mr. Winston come a little bit further than we were then. There's a new VMware that upgrade that's going in. Should be done by the end of December, which is they're working with the hardware and the software migration, everything that's going well. Putting together the plans for how they're going to implement the smart future. I call it actually they jump boards, but they're all the new stuff they're putting up as the house will roll out to schools, how they're going to put grades and how to budget for it going forward. And then the new thing that they're working on, which is very nice to hear, hearing some of the computer issues a lot of people have had recently, is the anti-phishing student and staff awareness. Just to make sure everything's going up. There are test runs that are going to be going on with that and training to go for students and for staff. So hopefully that will protect us from being ransomed and taken over and things like that. Next meeting hopefully will be in January sometime.
Thank you. The Township Board of Education Joint Committee meeting, we just had a meeting. Mr. Schultz talked about it during the strategic plan report and hiring a company for the feasibility study. And so our next meeting will be after that. Ms. Lockwood, is there anything else to add? And the West Milford Municipal Alliance. You have a report?
No, I was not able to go, so.
Okay. And CPAC.
I was not able to go to that either. Mr. Seiwitz actually went.
Okay.
He's not here, so.
Okay.
You know.
Next one. Well, we do know that there was the mindfulness presentation. And that completes our committee reports. Next, we'll move to old business. Does anyone have any old business?
I move to close all business.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? New business.
Seeing as none, I move to close new business.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Public comment. All speakers will have 5 minutes to speak until 30 minutes transpires. Before speaking, state your name, your group, and your address. Members of the public who've requested to speak will go first. After speaking, everyone's asked to sign the register provided with their name, group affiliation, and their address. All statements will be directed to the presiding officer. No participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are expected to have read the statement within the agenda regarding the regulations concerning public comments. Members of the public are reminded that they are legally responsible and liable for their comments. Do we have anyone that would like to speak?
Seeing as none, I'd like to close public comment.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? We do need an executive session, and we will not return after. Correct?
Correct.
So at 8:17 p.m., I make a motion to go into executive session for the purpose of discussing HIPS. The executive session minutes will not be released until such time as the privilege or confidentiality is no longer applicable. The board will be in executive session for approximately 30 minutes. Action will not be taken.
Thank you. At this time,
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so we're headed into an executive session where we will adjourn from, and the Board of Education and Administration wishes all of you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. See you soon.